get a nickel for every time our show had a world premiere.
We'd have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot.
But it's weird that it happened twice.
Right? Our last episode aired back in 2015. We did some specials in a movie that you maybe have seen.
Then in 2020, Disney put us up on the stream, and our popularity was really getting extreme.
So we got a phone call from the execs, just testing the waters to see if we'd object.
They said, we know you're both busy, we don't want to impose, but if it's not too much trouble, we want 40 more episodes!
We're making more Phineas and Ferb. You better get your plates ready, we're about to serve.
We got the band back together and the stories are flowing. There's a couple so far that are really mind-blowing.
All the girls go feral, mom gets stuck on a rope.
Michael Bublé sings to a zoetrope.
Tooth turns himself into a moth, it's really gooey.
Buford gets to be Candace,
Meat goes to St. Louis. You're not ready for this, so just control yourself. But in one episode, the kids build a bookshelf.
Really? They just build a bookshelf?
Well, yeah, but it's a cool bookshelf. It's a cool bookshelf. We're making more Phineas and Ferb, just so you know the kids are still way ahead of the curve.
Everybody's coming back. Buford and Baljeet, Isabella and the Fireside.
They're so sweet. There's more Candace and Perry and Doofenshmirtz.
And there's one more stripe on Phineas's shirt.
That's right, we're making more Phineas and Ferb. We want to bring you the show that you really deserve.
So you better get ready for our arrival.
Cause this is not a reboot, it's a revival!
Live from the Messiah here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for Sunday, June 1st, Pride Month. Here on live on Facebook and Instagram and on YouTube. I'm Blake. And he has a cord suck.
Oh my fucking God! You're fucking losing!
I'm Christian.
I'm Christian.
Actually, no, I'm going to say you want to say the intro again. I'm Blake.
I'm Christian.
It's one of those mornings, guys. It's one of those mornings.
Nah, I like that. Can we keep the other intro?
We'll probably keep the, or it'll be a blooper. One or the other. All right. What are we opening up with?
Frozen Time by Me.
Yay. Yeah, I woke up to a link like, oh, intro song for you. Okay, cool. I'm ready. I was telling it for you. It's perfect. Perfect. So, yeah. We were starting a little late today. We are here, and it's what it is. It's Sunday morning. I did a early morning workout today, so I'm actually like, oh, this is what we're doing today. And then I lost track of time, and then I get down here and one of my screens isn't working, so I had to fix things. So I literally called them up like, we're going 15 minutes late today. We're going a little late today. But it's not going to be a long of a show today either. So we actually have plans today. We're off to go see
to go for an hour and a half. No.
Can I actually set things up properly?
Yes.
Like for a change here?
Yes.
We're not going long today. Thursday is going to be a long show. So today we're not going to go on today. And also we're going to the movies today. So I want to get everything done before we leave. So I want to get everything up and running before we go to the movies. So, and we are 2 seconds in. He's already playing with his fingers.
I forget.
So, anyway.
Wow, magic.
What? let's get into a few things. First of all, I said a couple weeks ago I wanted to start looking at some of our released wrestlers and where they're doing, what they're up to. Tomorrow on June 2nd, a lot of the 30 days end. So we're going to get a whole bunch of news probably on our next couple of weeks on what everyone's doing, because people can officially go live tomorrow
and actually say what they're doing. So
well, I mean, people are promoting, but now they can actually go do it. They can actually go do things. But a couple of announcements. First of all, look at this. Wrong one. That's John. John is not coming on the show today. Sorry. John was supposed to come on the show today. We had a conflict. But anyway, this is what I want to put up here. This is a match that's happening in July that was announced yesterday. It is the Inspiration, better known as the Iconics. And
the Iconics?
Yeah, it's the Iconics.
One of them does not look the same at all.
They've both had kids since then. They both have kids.
But she still looks the same.
Cassie.
Or what was her other?
I just know her as Kathy Lee now, so I don't remember their own names anymore. But and then versus Elena Black and Bea Priestley. This is a match that's happening. I'm like, holy shit, this is huge. So, also, SummerSlam obviously is going to be in August, and it's going to be in New Jersey. Despite if they say New York, it's actually going to be in New Jersey. And GCW, who normally only does WrestleMania weekend stuff, they announced SummerSlam weekend plans, which is rare for them. So in Rutherford, New Jersey, which literally 20 minutes from my hometown, they're doing a bunch of shows, including another Bloodsport show, which I'm excited about. I will go in and watch that. So
emo fight.
I don't know what emo fight means. I don't know what that means.
I'm gonna say this right now. Everyone's gonna probably just come out with the most emo music. But I swear to God, if no one comes out with MCR, that's the most missed opportunity I've ever seen. It's literally called Emo Fight.
I know I've been seeing announcements for Emo Fight, but I didn't realize that was the same show. You know what I mean? That was the same exact show. See here. So far, they've just announced a bunch of people for it. Oh, Brooke Havoc. Oh, god damn it. Jimmy Lloyd's going to be there.
Oh, shit.
So,
that's going to be fun.
So, and there's actually a live performance of the band Bad Luck. Is that actually the emo name? I don't know what it is. So, all right. So originally I was gonna have our friend John on coming on today, but they are doing their podcast they were doing today went long because we have a hard out today. He didn't think he'd be able to make it over here, but they went to an independent wrestling show yesterday, and sent me a picture from the bar of them and Trent Seven.
That was Marty Scroll for a hot minute. Jesus fucking.
No, it's definitely Trent Seven. But he went to the promotion Extreme TNT Wrestling, and it's a big promotion out there that actually works together with GCW. So that I just want to make sure I shout it out to John, who would have been here if Niall just kept to stop talking once in a while.
Isn't that
old friends? Old friends. Old friends. I'm allowed to make fun of.
Ain't that most podcasts if you just don't shut up? No.
Well, isn't that the truth? Also, one other thing, today is also National Cancer Survivors Day. So that's today. So that was also a thing to say. So thank you. All right, like I said, not going to be a whole lot going on today, but we do have a big 4-hour event going on Wednesday. I know. I just got text messages from Sal like 4 hours. Like it's not really a 4-hour Dynamite, people. It is literally a Sorry, I got distracted on my Instagram. I got distracted. It's not a 4-hour Dynamite. It's a 2-hour Dynamite and a 2-hour Collision with a transition match. What they used to do with Dynamite and Rampage, and the reason that's happening is because they don't want to run. I want to run Collision up against Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why.
You blame them?
Well, next week
ain't gonna do shit against Money in the Bank.
And then next week they're not going up against and they can't be on Saturday night because of the Stanley Cup Finals. So the next 2 Wednesdays they're going to be doing anything back to back on Wednesdays. Also, I started an announcement. Hey, let me find this graphic because yesterday this morning I was going to find stuff for the show. Realized it was going to be a slow show, and I found a graphic. And apparently on July 2nd, Dynamite is celebrating its 300th show.
Only
That
300.
makes no sense. I know, but then Collision's doing his 100 show on the same night.
There has to be more. There has to be more collisions.
Look, there's the graphic.
There. No way. It's only been 300 Dynamite episodes.
Well, you got to think 52 weeks a year times 5. So let me do the math of that. That can't be right. You're right. That can't be right.
That does not feel like 300.
Yeah, let me get a calculator out fast. I don't really know. 52 weeks times 5. No, that makes sense.
What?
Because 52 weeks times 5, and we're going into we're in the 6th year, is 260.
Wow.
Yeah, the math actually, the math does make sense. Math does make sense. But here's the graphic. I'll put it up on the stream on the edit. But
It's only been like
300 shows for Dynamite, 100 shows for Collision, celebrating in Ontario, California.
No.
It's gonna be a hell of a night too. It's gonna be a hell of a night. But that's actually that's gonna be their 4th of July weekend show. Their 100th Collision episode. Which I want to know, are they gonna be on TNT or not? I forget if there's marathons or something on. I could have sworn to do a Star Wars marathon on TNT on the 4th of July weekend. I could have sworn to do that, but I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong about that. But, anyway, this week is Fyter Fest. And they're promoting this as a 4-hour event. Guys, stop. It's not a 4-hour event. And people are getting confused by this. It's Collision and Dynamite. And it's what it is. But anyway, we do have some matches. And as I said to your mother this morning as we were having breakfast before my workout, you could tell what matches are here that are going to be on Collision and what matches here are for Dynamite. You can just tell. It's actually pretty funny.
Okay, here we go.
First of
you know what?
What?
Yeah.
Look,
God. What?
Oh, that's the wrong thing.
I was about to say, wait, what?
Oh, you know what it is? I'm on the wrong one. I'm on the AAA Worlds Collide section, not the Fyter Fest section.
I was about to.
There we go.
Okay. So you know what I'm
gonna edit that.
You know what I'm gonna do? You're gonna pull them up. I'm gonna guess if they're for Collision or Dynamite.
Okay. So let's do that. It is LFI, Roosh, Duristico, and the Beast Mortos versus Speedball Mike Bailey, Kevin Knight coming back from the Super Juniors, and Commander.
This is gonna be a Collision match.
Yeah, you think? Yeah. If this is not a Collision match, I'll be stunned. I'll be absolutely stunned. That's number one. I don't even care. Speedball. I don't even know why Speedball's in this match. Like, why is Speedball in this match?
To get him on something.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. This is a weird match to me.
The problem is, if Speedball was not here, it would definitely be on Collision. But because of Speedball, you never know it could be on Dynamite.
I don't know. Dynamite confuses me sometimes with what they air on their broadcast. So who knows?
AEW is just confusion.
Oh, just wait.
Oh no.
FTR with Stokely. Not happy anymore. He's just Stokely now. Versus Atlantis Juniors and Tapanero.
Collision.
Yeah, obviously. FTR lives on Collision at this point. I swear. FTR. That's the funny part about the FTR. Danny,
from the CM Punk show to the FTR show.
Well, that was the funny part about the FTR Nigel and Danny Garcia match. Half the Dynamite audience had no clue what was going on because it was on Collision. The whole storyline was on Collision. So if you don't follow Collision, you have zero clue what's going on. So that's that.
Why the fuck is Nigel here?
Moving on. This has nothing to do with it, but last week we talked Thursday show talked about the debut of Takla. She's going to be doing her in-ring debut as part of this broadcast.
I get to see what the hell her move is.
Yeah. By the way, Denise Telcero, she's a wrestling writer. She actually put up on her Instagram. You can see her trying to do the spider crawl, which I was laughing my ass off watching yesterday.
The spider crawl is not easy to do.
No, especially consistently. So it was very, very funny to watch Denise Telcero try to do this. So
again, one of the only people that everyone comes to mind when it comes to spider crawling is Bray.
Of course, he was the best. He was the best. Like by far,
and also immediately getting up while he's on the ground and just getting back into a spider crawl with no nonchalantly, no effort.
Yeah, he was by far the best one. I'll put the Salcero clip in here because it was very, very funny.
Does Uncle Howdy do that?
Yes. No. Mickey Cross does.
Okay.
Nikki Cross does.
I know.
She is the one in the group that does it. She's the one in her.
And I know Alexa did it.
Yes, she was amazing. For how small she is so fucking good. Like, for how tiny she truly is.
It was just those three then. Because
That I can think of.
I saw him go out at least did a little bit.
Maybe, but not consistently. Not as consistent as Nikki Cross. And Nikki Cross did it before she was part of the Wyatts. So it was just good. It was good to, and now she's in the Wyatts now, so it makes sense.
It makes it a lot better.
Yeah. So sorry, I just started breaking the news story we're talking about after we're done with Fyter Fest.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on. This is obvious. All this stuff is obviously going to be Dynamite. This is obviously Dynamite. Here's why. Timeless Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa tagging against Julia Hart and Sky Blue with Mercedes Moné on commentary. Holy fuck.
Yay.
I actually see this match being the transition from Dynamite to Collision.
Yeah.
I use it as a comparison when they used to do Dynamite Rampages. My favorite transition of all time was Adam Copeland and Christian Cage had their crazy match, and that was the one with the
spot where it was right to the balls.
But that was that match. That was that match on Dynamite.
Wow.
That was on Dynamite. And they transitioned to Rampage during that match. So the ratings for Rampage were fucking insane because everyone was watching Dynamite. Everyone that was watching Dynamite obviously stayed on for the beginning of Rampage because they showed the end of the match and the aftermath. So that was what I mean by the transition. Because if you watch that match, it's absolutely hysterical. If you watch that, I don't know if it's still like this in the edit now, but on the live broadcast, it was like Edge had it in the corner. The show faced the black. It faced up the black, and then he wanted to hit them in the nuts as we're going into Rampage. Like, it was the fucking weirdest thing ever.
and if you didn't watch Dynamite,
and you just DVR'd Rampage,
that you must be so fucking confused of what the hell just happened.
Or
you just see Adam just.
Or if you're not watching live and you DVR Dynamite and it rolls over to Rampage and Rampage isn't DVR properly because of the date change, and you missed the end of the match. You missed the ending. I did that about the other way of it. You know what I mean? The other side of it.
No, it's like one of those. It's like a to be continued anime episode right there.
Isn't that every anime episode?
Actually, contrary to popular belief, there's actually some that just actually end on the episode.
I swear, I'm not sure what's worse, anime shows or soap operas. The soap opera, the anime shows, there's always a joke in anime shows that the same fight's going on for 2 weeks.
Or as a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, you're gonna have the same fucking duel spread out for
I was gonna say, but I figured
fucking
you could
episodes.
say it.
They could probably end in like 3.
Yeah, but
unless it's a boss fight, I get it. You want to stretch? It's the boss. It's the main villain. Understandable.
I have watched enough Power Rangers episodes to know that you can do everything in 22 minutes. I watched enough of them over the years. You can do an entire fight sequence and save the world 2 times in 22 minutes. 22 minutes.
Actually, as a guy who, when he younger, spent an entire summer watching the entire Power Ranger season from Mighty Morphin to whatever it was like.
I want to say it was the end of the Zordon era. You watched the entire Zordon era.
Yeah, the entire Zordon era in one summer, and about like what was it, like a week?
No, it was a couple of weeks. It was about a month.
If it was me now, that would be done.
It was still an episode. It was a lot. It was like 14 seasons. There's a lot of episodes. So like,
I'm gonna go off the top of my head.
Let me get the list before we actually do that. I know we're going outside, but we have nothing else going on today. So
we have nothing.
It's a slow week. We'll get back to Fyter Fest.
We'll come back. Okay, now I actually want to see if I can do this.
I'm gonna get the list up here because I actually don't know all off the top of my head. Give me 1 second here.
I know. Me and my friend at school, we were talking about. There was an entire gym class where we were talking about Power Rangers, and we brought them up. And the newest one make no goddamn sense.
Well, the newest one they're doing something now. Like they're trying new things. Let me get the list here.
But no, we were.
Oh, here we go. Got it. I got the whole list. Oh, by the way, are you counting? I'll see if you're counting this. You don't have to count this if you don't want to. Good.
Mighty Morphin. Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue.
Yep.
This is where my brain gets fucked.
Hold on, I want to make a note. I just got to know. Zeo, I did not realize that Zeo had 50 episodes. Holy fuck, it's a lot of episodes. It's only had one season.
Time Force?
Yes.
I was gonna say Wild Force.
No, good.
Wild Force?
Wild Force next.
Jesus Christ.
Wild Force, by the way, it's 2 different seasons, but it's still the same thing. Yeah, continue. There's a Wild Force, a Super Wild Force, or something like that.
No, that's Mega Force.
Okay, continue.
Uh,
You're close.
Wild Force.
That's season 10.
Ninja Storm.
Yep, that's 11.
Wow. How many are there? 14.
Up to, I'm going to try and go up to where you stopped watching, which I believe was season. What the fuck season was that? Mega Force?
It was. I think it was
21. That's season 21.
Wait. Question. Actually, no. I'm gonna see if I can get to it and then answer it
Go
afterwards.
ahead.
So I'm at. What was I on?
You're at Ninja Storm, which is season 11, by the way.
It's either gonna no. RPM, I know for the fact, is the last one before it goes into Samurai. So it's
right here. Yep. You have a couple before that.
So is Jungle? No.
That's before RPM.
It's before RPM.
You still got 3 seasons before that.
Oh God. I'm gonna say SPD.
Okay, is that okay? Hold on. Ninja Storm. Okay. SPD is one between that
There's one between SPD
and Ninja Storm. According to Wikipedia.
Oh, Dino Thunder.
Dino Thunder. There you go.
Dino
so Ninja
Thunder,
Storm, Dino Thunder, SPD.
Mystic Force.
Yep.
Which is actually one of my favorite.
You enjoyed
themes.
that season. You enjoyed that season.
Like that theme was stuck in my head for days. And then Operation Overdrive.
Mm-hmm.
And then RPM.
Before that. I literally said it a minute ago.
I did?
You said it a minute ago, and I said it before RPM. You said it. You did say it a minute ago.
No, not Dino Thunder. No. I just said it too.
You just said it. You did say it. You did say it a minute ago.
Oh no. Oh fuck.
Because of the J.
Oh, Jungle Fear.
There you go. And then RPM.
RPM. And then it should be Samurai.
Yep.
Super Samurai.
Yep.
Mega Force.
Yep.
Super Mega Force.
Yep.
Dino Charge.
Yep.
Dino Super Charge. And that's
Yep.
all I remember.
And then after that, it actually keeps going.
No, I know.
After the Zorn era.
I think after that one is
There's 30 seasons.
goddamn. I don't know what's coming after.
Ninja Steel, Super Ninja
God
Steel,
damn it.
Beast Morphers, Dino Fury, and Cosmic Fury.
Cosmic Fury makes no.
That is the last season. That's actually the end of the MP of this thing. That's the end of it. The very, very end of it all.
What the thing with Cosmic Fury? What I've heard and what I think is it was a Japanese only that finally got released in dub.
It looks like it. It's only 10 episodes. So
I mean, it is also the newest one right now.
oh, it ended already. It already ended.
Are you serious? Only 10 episodes? What the fuck?
Yep, it already ended. I felt like this was good. They did this at the end of that era. It was on Netflix.
Okay then.
So that's it. We hit on weird. That was a weird jump for us, but we killed about 10 minutes about talking about Power Rangers. By the way, you know what's funny? I'm currently, for some reason, I somehow ended up on Power Ranger TikTok recently. So I've been watching a lot of old school Power Rangers on my fucking TikTok page lately.
Now, I did that mostly off the top of my
He
head.
did. That was actually really impressive. That was actually really, really impressive.
The only reason why I know RPM, RPM was last is because it always led into Samurai.
That makes sense.
And then I also remember Mystic
Pizza.
I know SBD was the middle ground for me because I know that was like dead in the middle or majority in the middle. Mystic Pizza's crazy.
at the pizzeria. It's real. It's real.
Sounds
good. There's a movie called Mr. Pizza.
We got Mystic Pizza, Pizza Ranch. We got Taco Bell.
Pizza Hut and Taco Bell are at the same place. A lot of places though.
Did you know if you go to Taco Bell and you order the Grande Locos Taco, you're gonna be in the bathroom for 30 minutes.
Okay, anyway, let's move on. We still have. Let's get back to Fyter Fest. Make sure we're about to still.
How did we go from Fyter Fest to Power Rangers? I'm still trying to figure that out.
I think we're talking about animes,
And then Power Rangers,
which led to the joke about me saying Power Rangers is 22 minutes. We can do a lot of 22 minutes, and then let's be talking about Power Rangers. That's what we ended up.
Which again, give me credit. That was impressive off the top of my head, though.
So okay, where was I? Oh yeah, we're on the two matches left on Dynamite. John Moxley.
What the?
Versus Mark Briscoe in a non-title match. Briscoe apparently made the challenge.
Wait, in a title match?
Non-title. He's non-title. I haven't watched Collision yet. I did put Champion there because I wanted to put Champion there. But I'm not watching Collision yet. I plan on watching it when we get back in the movies today.
I'm gonna say this right now, though. Oh my god, this is just gonna hurt.
But Collision aired late last night, and we were watching other things. We were actually catching up on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, so I never got back to Collision. And then the one title match we have
In the main event.
well, I think the main event's gonna be the women, but in one title match, and a funny part of one title match, there's no chance of a title change because Kenny Omega defending the international championship against Brody King, Mascara Dorada, and Claudio Castagnoli in a 4-way.
Even though that's gonna be a fun ass match to watch.
Oh, no, it's gonna be great, but there's no way Omega loses when they're setting up Omega Okada. Like, there's no way.
Again, it's Kazuchika Okada, Kenny Omega, KO.
I
always love when I say that.
I don't know if the match is going to be as good as it should be. The Okada Omega match, but we'll get there at All In. That should be at All In. So
it's gonna become is what they had in New Japan the exact same thing.
I doubt it.
The one in New Japan,
then we'll talk about that.
the one in New Japan was so much better
It didn't. It's a freaking classic. It's a 2 out of 3 falls, no time limit classic.
because
They went almost 80 minutes. Like with the classic.
Because then their first match get a time limit draw.
They had 2 time limit draws. Okada and then Omega beat and Okada beat Omega at Wrestle Kingdom, and then at Dominion they had an 85-minute match, and Omega 2 out of 3 falls match, and Omega finally won.
And that is where
That's an all-time classic.
Isn't Okada the second person to kick out the One-Winged Angel?
Yes, it is an all-time classic match.
And people don't see it. No one says that Okada kicked out the One-Winged Angel.
No.
It's
well, they don't want to talk. They don't want to talk about it now because I don't know. It's weird.
I mean,
it's Okada, but it's Okada. Like, why would you not want that to come up?
Ironically, the only 2 people kicked out the One-Winged Angel are Japanese.
It's true.
The power of anime and God is on their side.
So speaking of Japan, and you didn't even realize you made this transition for me.
Oh, hey!
You didn't even realize I did this. But there was a breaking news I forgot about. The Super Juniors.
Oh,
ended this morning. This morning, actually, before we got up, and I do have the graphic of the winner because I haven't been fully paying attention to it because I've heard it was not that great of a tournament this year. But we have our winner, and it is Fuji Fuchuda. He's now the #1 contender for the Juniors Heavyweight Championship. So
I say again respectfully.
Who? He's from TMDK.
Okay.
He's a Super Junior from TMDK. So
why did everything get so muffled?
I don't know. I don't hear a difference. So.
Okay, because you sound muffled to me now.
I don't know. Maybe it's the new headset. He has a new headset today. So, but that actually just broke like in the last hour or two. So, that being that, like I said, it is a quick show today. We don't have a lot going on. It's a very slow week, but it doesn't mean that this week's going to be slow because here's the problem: fucking Thursday. This is the show for Thursday.
Oh,
we have Against All Odds. We have World Collide. And we have Money in the Bank. And by the way, TNA is not fucking around with their Against All Odds card this week. By the way, they're not fucking around. Oh, I forgot. By the way, Tuesday. I forgot to put it on here. Tuesday, NXT big night. Trick Williams versus Mike Santana for the title. On I just remembered something. So before we get out of here, I just remembered something. No. It has to do with Trick Williams.
No. I like it how we're just trying to pad out the episode.
No. It's not even padding. I just remembered something. I remembered something important I wanted to tell you. So last week on last week's show, we were wondering how TNA was going to cover Trick Williams being champion because they proved. It's a little behind the scenes here. The NXT show happened on Saturday. They had already filmed TV on Friday for the next couple of weeks. So now they have to find a way to involve Trick winning the title on the show that they already pre-taped. So, to their credit, it was extremely creative what they pulled off. They had Trick cut a promo from the Performance Center, send a video in post, saying that I would be there, but they didn't offer me a first class ticket for me and my entourage. So I'm not going to be there at this show today. And then they cut to the next match, which is Mance Warner coming out for his match. And while the entrance is going on, Matt Ringwald and Tom Hannigan, they're on the commentary, right? And Tom Hannigan is so pissed off at Trick Williams not being there. He's like, this son of a bitch, Trick Williams, he's our champion, but he refuses to show up. That's utter bullshit. I was like, brilliant. I was like, brilliant. I was like, thank you so much. You guys pulled off something that I thought was impossible. Well done.
And that is how you actually do that.
Like, that was such a brilliant.
Perfectly.
And they didn't show them on camera. They didn't show the announcing team on camera. So obviously, it was edited in post. But if you're watching the show without knowing that, it was they pulled it off. Like, they pulled it off so off. You did not know the behind the scenes of it.
Unless you knew.
Exactly.
If
Was
you just
so
watched
well
it
done.
completely not knowing, you thought it was part of the goddamn show.
Exactly. I give them so much credit for pulling that off. That was so well done. I didn't remember I wanted to bring that up, but that was so well done when they did it on Thursday.
And that is how, if you record a show early, and that's how you add stuff in post.
And they had time.
And
they had time.
And you won't even notice.
Exactly. If you don't know with the TV schedule, you have no clue they pulled that off. That's so, because you know a lot of teenagers don't know the taping schedule. So it's well done how they pulled that off. So by the way, one more pitch here. Tina, you're touring again. Come to Chicago. You're literally the only company left on my list I haven't seen. Come to Chicago. The only one left.
You're the last one.
So, all right. That being said, quick half-hour show today. Let's rip out of here. We're going to end this.
So there's just I thought there was just about to become MCR real quick.
There you go. This is what I was talking. This week they actually so this Sunday, next Sunday is the Tony Awards. And we're celebrating the 10-year anniversary of Hamilton at the Tony Awards this year. The original cast coming back to performance. The entire original Broadway cast coming back to performance. Including like Ariana DeBose and everything. They're coming back to do performance. And for the 10-year anniversary. But then yesterday, out of nowhere, a couple of years ago, they did this whole thing called the Hamel Drops, where Lynn would drop songs like every week, having to do with Hamilton, but not actually from the show. But songs he had written for the show, bands covering songs. There's a Weird Al song in here. Weird Al did a polka version of things. It's the whole thing. But this is actually a song that I love. This is called Cheering For Me Now. It's the last song on the album by Lin-Manuel Miranda and John Canner. It's actually, I think it might be from Hamilton's point of view. I'm not 100% sure, but I just love this song.
It's from someone's point of view,
but I love this song. So that's how we're going to end the show today. First of all, make sure you go and vote for our questions of the week. We actually have a couple of answers already. They want to fill up with questions.
And name a fast food restaurant you love that others find sorta gross.
Yeah, we already have a couple of answers, so go and answer that question, please, on all of our socials. Cristian, why don't you do your stuff first?
Okay, follow me on the Villain Zane Riley at the Villain Zane 627 on YouTube. I'm gonna be
after we are for the movie, probably, yeah.
We're probably back for the movies. I will be streaming. Join me. It's gonna be fun. It's probably gonna be by myself. Alone.
It happens.
No.
Stop.
I know. But it's gonna be fun. Join me. Yeah.
All right. Find us on all the socials all over the place: YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. If you're listening to this show, comment and like the show. Like the show and follow the show, please. Especially on Spotify. You need to follow the show, please. Because more people listening to the show than following it. So please follow the show. It would help us in the future. Follow us on Facebook and on Substack. Substack is where you can find our show notes for this show. It's not going to be many for this one, but last week there was a bunch. And also find us on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok at Generation Evolution 00. We are
Do not forget the 00.
We are not on Twitter. If you don't look for us on Twitter, we're not there. And I refuse to call it X, so it's Twitter.
Is that still a shot towards me?
No, I know. I have to tell people I can tell people actually look for us there. People actually look there and we're not there. That was more me reminding people we're not there.
You know what you should put on top of the screen? It's Twitter just crossed out. There you go. There you go. It's not on Twitter.
All right, so let's get out of here. We'll be back on Thursday. As we get out of here, thank you all for listening to Generation Evolution. I'm Blake.
I'm Cristian.
Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.
Made it, but I never traded. They've thrown a parade in my New York. Cheering for me now. Can you hear them cheering for me now?
Thank you so very much. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night.